apostles of Jesus, including the elders that came before them. Shalom. Call the law Yahweh Shemir Shabbat Shemir Kadash. Honor to the other apostles of Jesus, including the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all of those that live the truth and sincerity. I hope I like tabernacle with brother Yeshua. I'm going to go into a quick lesson. I was in the spirit thinking about Wizard of Oz, that movie, right? When you go into Oz, some people say that it's an ounce, and when you're dealing with gold and the yellow road, the ruby slippers in the book are actually silver, so dealing with silver and gold, the gold standard, what happened to the money, all of those things. But I was thinking more about the witch, right, which goes into sorcery and rebellion, and then the witch being put to death by the water, which we'll get into. But let's start right now with, and we're just gonna get some precepts dealing with the movie The Wizard of Oz, and just kind of apply them. All right, so we'll start with Exodus 22 and 18. We all know that thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Okay. And in the NIV, do not allow a sorceress to live. Does not allow a sorceress. Do not permit a sorceress. Does not allow a sorceress. One who practices. Do not allow a woman who practices sorcery. Okay. Death is the punishment for witchcraft. This is kind of dealing with women. All right. So let's read some of these cross references, which they would call precepts. This is Leviticus 19:31. You must not turn to mediums nor spiritualists. See, so this is dealing with, your monthly prognosticators, your warlocks, witches, soothsayers. Do not seek them out, or you will be defiled by them. Really, it's other gods. You're dealing with mediums, evil spirits, spiritualists on the left-hand side. Okay? Leviticus 20 and 6, whoever turns to mediums or spiritists to prostitute himself with them, that's fornication, right? Dealing with other gods. I'll also set my face against that person and cut him off from his people. 20 and 20, Leviticus 20 and 27, a man or a woman who is a medium or spiritist must surely be put to death. They shall be stoned and blood is upon them. Deuteronomy 18 and 10, let no one be found among you who sacrifices his son or daughter in the fire. This is going into worshiping other gods and sacrificing your children unto Molech, or to join in a fraternity, or taking an oath of any kind, like the cremation of hair at the Bohemian Grove. Right? I actually have a so-called friend who goes to Bohemian and acts like it's all good and harmless. Practices divination. There's no divination against Jacob. Or conjury, that's conjuring up evil spirits. Interprets omens, practices sorcery. Deuteronomy 18:11. Casts spells, consults a medium or spiritist, or inquiries of the dead. The Ouija board. Jeremiah 27:9, but as for you, do not listen to your prophets, your diviners, your interpreters of dreams. Your medium, this would be false prophets. Who declare you will not serve the king All right, and this king of Babylon goes into the Wizard of Oz. Who's the king of Babylon? That would be Nimrod. Okay, Nimrod was the king of Babylon. Got Nimrod. What's his wife's name? Semiramis. Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz was the godhead in ancient Babylon. In Egypt, it was Osiris, Isis, Horus, dealing with witchcraft. Okay, left hand magic. All right. So with that, let's watch a couple of these little excerpts from the Wizard of Oz. And that's the witch, who obviously she represents witchcraft. And there were 4 witches: the east, the west, east, south, and north. North and south are supposed to be good witches, whatever that is. And you got the bad witches, east and west. Elvira Gulch here was the wicked witch. What witch? The wicked witch. That tells the story. We know who the wicked is. So you got the wicked witch, right, of the west. You got the wicked witch of the east, who in the movie was already put to death. But a house fell on her, according to the movie. But we'll get to that. Let's deal with E. Pluribus Unum. Okay, because in the beginning of the movie,
right now, get 3 for free.
Dorothy runs away, and then she meets Medicine Man. Medicine Man happens to be the Wizard of Oz, and the Medicine Man is dealing with what? He's dealing with drugs. All right. Let's see what this Medicine Man says. He's dealing with drugs. He's dealing with soothsaying. He's a medium. Right? He's reading minds. All right, let's analyze this. All right. So this is the beginning of the movie. She runs away from Auntie M's farm. And she goes out, probably in Kansas, but not in Kansas anymore. Break down some of these things. All right, the sign. Now this is his medicine truck, right? And it says Professor Marvel, right? Can't quite read this. Acclaimed, says acclaimed by the crowned heads. Who are the crowned heads of Europe? The Rothschilds, maybe? Who are the crowned heads of Europe? First of all, you got the Euro, which actually goes back to an African queen, but Europa. But crowned heads of Europe would go back to the Dukes of Eden, would it not? Right? It says, let him read your past, present, and future in his crystal. And this is either that stands for ball or in his crystal, which goes into being a medium. You're going to read your what? Let him read your past, present, future. This is what this guy is dealing with. Okay, so move on. Sleight of hand says also juggling and sleight of hand. So sleight of hand is magic, basically.
Well, how's this, huh? And who might you be? Oh, no, don't tell me.
Now, immediately he starts with the trickery because he doesn't. He claims to know how to read minds, but if you watch him, he's just being very slick. He's been very cunning, and he's tricking into believing that he knows what he's talking
Hey, you're traveling in disguise. No, that's all right. You're going on a visit. No, I'm wrong. That's not it. You're running away.
How did you do it?
Professor Marvel never guesses. He knows.
about. But he knows he took 3 guesses before he got it right. He don't know it then.
Now, why are you running away? No, don't tell me. They don't understand you at home. They don't appreciate you. You want to see other lands, big cities, big mountains, big oceans.
Why, it's just like you could read what was inside it.
Yeah.
Oh, Toto, that's not polite. We haven't been asked yet.
He's perfectly welcome. As one dog to another, huh? Yeah, now, let's see. Where were we?
Please, Professor, why can't we go with you?
He did call himself a dog. I mean, how should I call the woman? He said, why would I give the crumbs to the dog?
Why can't we go with you and see all the crowned heads of Europe?
And she's asking about the crowned heads of Europe. Right? You talk about, and this goes into money, the bankers, right? What the movie is supposed to be about. But you know, as much as it's dealing with witchcraft, you can't just take it at face value. It's saying probably a lot of it. So,
Why can't we go with you and see all the crowned heads of Europe?
You know it? Oh, you mean the thing? I never do anything without consulting my crystal first. Let's go inside here. Let's come along now. So,
he's going to look at the crystal ball and watch what he says about it.
that's right here. Sit right down here. That's it. This is the same genuine, magic, authentic crystal used by the priests of Isis and Osiris in the days of the pharaohs of Egypt.
Okay, now he says Isis and Osiris and the pharaohs of Egypt. Okay, who we know, Janus and Jambres, were just some magicians. They were using magic and witchcraft. Okay, and he says that this crystal ball goes back the same one that was used back then. All of this is in the Wizard of Oz. Okay, now he's going to move forward. He's going to read her fortune. He's looking to the crystal ball, but before he does it, he's going to get a look into her basket to know and to be able to deceive the whole world. That's what this devil does.
In which Cleopatra first saw the approach of Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and so on and so on. Now, you better close your eyes, my child, for a moment in order to be better in tune with the infinite. We can't do these things without reaching out into the infinite.
Okay, so he just admitted we can't do these things without some witchcraft, some left-handed magic, some sleight of hand. All right, close your eyes and let me read. Let me read your, let me see what's going on here. Let me look at this picture and be able to, to trick you. All right, because this devil, right, has deceived the whole world. Allah Caesar Borgia, right?
Yes, that's all right. Now you can open them. We'll gaze into the crystal. What's this I see? A house with a picket fence and a barn with a weather vane and a running horse.
That's our song.
Yes, there's a woman. She's wearing a polka dot dress. Her face is careful.
That's her name.
Yes, her name is Emily.
That's right. What's she doing?
Well, I can't quite see. But she's crying. Someone has hurt her. Someone has just about broken her heart.
Me?
Well, it's someone she loves very much. Someone she's been very kind to. Someone she's taken care of in sickness.
I have the name was once, and she stayed right by
jumping down on the bed.
Oh, no.
It's all, it's still gone down.
Well, you're not supposed to do anything, do you? Oh, I gotta go home right away.
But what's this? I thought you were going along with me.
Oh, no, I have to get to her right away.
Okay, so we learned a lot right there. All right? This guy is he's a soothsayer. He's a prognosticator. He's a charlatan. Okay? And that's what these people are. This is what magic really is. It's about sleight of hand. All right? So we watch that, and let's get monthly prognosticators. Because the Most High is clowning right here. Stand now. Started to since Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. What wickedness? Thou hast said, none seeth me. Close your eyes, and when you look through thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am the Most High, which is clearly, and none else beside me. Therefore, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Okay? The Most High is about to punish these devils. All right? Stand now with thine enchantments, all right? And with the multitude of thy sorceries, as in the Wizard of Oz. Okay, you got witches, you got wizards, all right? And we're about to go further into what they're about, right? Sleight of hand, magic, soothsaying, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. This guy's an old pro, and it was handed down from what he was saying, ancient Egypt, and before that. Even the Wizard of Oz that holds Osiris's name. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest be able to prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels, okay, wicked counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee. This guy is all about his witchcraft, right? The Most High is saying, I'm the one that gave you the witchcraft. Why don't you use that to deliver yourself from what I'm about to do to you? Behold, they, what? These charlatans, these musicians, these medicine men, if you will. What is a medicine man today? He's a drug dealer. All right? That's what the guy was doing. That's what the professor is doing. He's slanging devil out there. Okay? And you'll see in a minute that the witch was doing the same thing. She's basically slanging devil. They shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Okay? All right, so that your witchcraft is being rendered moot in this time. All right, so let's give another little excerpt. Let's get poppies. Let's get poppies. Going into the dough. The witch was slanging dough. We'll see. Okay. So, pharmakia. Let's get that. Pharmakia.
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia.
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 Pharmakia. Right? The use or the administering of drugs. Poisoning. Which is going to say that? Right? First, she's going to go to poppies, which is what all opioids are made out of, which is why they're in Afghanistan, right? It's for that magic, it's for that pharmakia, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts. This is who the medicine man or the Wizard of Oz, that's the same guy. When the Wizard of Oz comes up on the screen, it's that medicine man telling you something in the spirit. Sorcery, magical arts often found in connection with idolatry, other gods, and fostered by it. Metaphor, the deceptions has deceived the whole world. Satan has deceived the whole world. The devil has deceived the whole world. And seductions of idolatry, right? We go down here, we got Exodus, Isaiah, Galatians. Right? Look at that. Galatians 5 and 20. Here. Galatians 5, 18. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry. We just saw that in pharmakia. Witchcraft, pharmakia. Hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. Of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Smoking weed, right? Needle juice, right? Okay, so good enough on the. You go to the witch. Let's watch the witch and what she does and what she says.
When I came those rubies to her, my power will be to bring us enough.
Her power. Okay.
Rubies to her, my power will be to
She's mixing up the dope rate.
bring us enough. Now, why do we something with poison?
Something with poison in it. Here's the poison.
Now, why do we something with poison? With poison. But it's attractive to the eye and soothes the smell. Poppy will put them.
Poppies will put them to sleep, which is what Esau tried to do to us in the 60s, in the early 70s. All right, they brought that dope, they brought that heroin in, right, into the inner city, and they tried to put us to sleep. with that poison.
Now then, oh, we're almost there. It's first and last. Beautiful. Just like I knew. He really must be a wonderful wizard to live in the city like that.
Oh, come on, then. What are we waiting for? Nothing. Let's hurry.
Yes, let's run.
Go on. Hurry, hurry.
Like he's getting hot. Judy Garland died, I believe, of an She was doing
What's happening? What is it? I can't run anymore. I'm so sleepy.
Here, give us your hands and we'll pull you along.
Oh, no, please. I have to rest for just a minute. Toto, where's Toto?
Oh, you can't rest now. We're nearly there. Don't cry. You'll rust yourself again.
Over the thick of it, 40 weeks would be bad.
Don't you start it, too. Oh, we ought to try and carry Dorothy. I don't think I could, but we could try. Yes.
So, and then it starts snowing when they come out. So, but why are poppies? Why is that dope? This poison in the Wizard of Oz? Okay, going back to Pharmakia. Right? You seen how it's playing out, right? Okay, so we touched on that. We brought out some some precepts. So let's go to the last one because this will grow long if I let it.
The last go. You'll see the first three go.
Okay, so now this is how they put the witch there. Okay. Now what is her name? Her name is the Wicked Witch. Who is the Wicked? He's the how does he get in? With witchcraft. He's the Wicked Witch. Right? Now, what is it that kills the Wicked Witch?
The last go. You'll see the first three go before her. You're ready to go. Hold on, little fire. Here, go. You perfect right. Look what you've done. And nailed me. Oh, what a world, what a world. Oh, God, is such a girl like you to destroy my beautiful wickedness.
Okay. Now, what happened was Dorothy was trying to put the fire out on the scarecrow and inadvertently threw it on the witch. Now listen to what she says. As she's melting, she said something about Dorothy.
Destroy my beautiful.
She said,
Such a girl.
a cute little girl like you, how could a cute little girl like you destroy all my wonderful wickedness? Something like that?
Oh, what a world, what a world. Oh, God, is such a girl like you to destroy my beautiful wickedness.
He said, what a world, what a world. Who would have thought a cute little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness?
Oh, God, is such a girl like you to destroy my beautiful wickedness.
Okay, what does that represent? Okay, let's break it down. And then we'll go ahead and close out. So, let's get delicate, comely and delicate, comely. Comely and delicate. Well, this is Dorothy. Jeremiah 6:2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Right? Well, that's Dorothy. And the wicked witch. How does Zion destroy the wicked? Okay, because that's what she said. Right? So at that point, Dorothy represents the nation of Israel. Let's get this. Jeremiah 3:15. Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Right? So you get Ephesians. We are those. We are those pastors. Like the men of the Lord. Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5. 26. Okay. Ephesians 5 and 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. So water is likened unto the word. All right. How do we take down the wicked? With the word. All right. This is John 7. St. John 7. 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture, the word, hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Okay? Hey, we threw that water on the wicked. Get a couple more. John 15. 15 and what? 3. Now we are clean through the word which I've spoken to you. That's the water. Okay? John 4. Okay? John 4:13. Hoshai answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him, he's the word, shall never thirst again, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So that's what happened to the witch. Let's get one more and we'll close it. Okay, Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word, which is the water, of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. All right, so that's what happened to the wicked witch. The wicked. What happened to the wicked? And then she even says it. She says as much. Yeah.
You can help your child improve their math skills.
You cursed rat! Look what you've done! Unhealthy! Unhealthy! Oh, what a word! What a word! Oh, God, there's no girl like you to destroy my beautiful wickedness!
Okay, she's the wicked. What happened? That water hit her ass. The word, and she was destroyed. They overcame her by the word, which is the water, of their testimony. She represents Edom, she's done. Dorothy represents Israel, who out of her belly came forth rivers of living water. All right? And this is just me in the spirit, you know, bringing this out. So with that, I hope that the elect were edified. With that, we're going to